Hello students, good morning everybody. Um, this is our science paper discussion 2. This is the second paper discussion regarding science. Okay, let's go through the problems. First one. A circuit arranged by a group of students in grade 8 is given below. Answer the questions based on it. There's a bulb. This instrument is called as switch. This is a switch. And here you can see dry cells, batteries. Batteries are called dry cells. What is the voltage of a dry cell used in above circuit? What is the voltage of a dry cell used in above circuit? Voltage of dry cell is 1.5. Here we can see V is the symbol of voltage, then it's 1.5 volt. In a dry cell you have 1.5 volt. Name the accessory A. Accessory A is, I told previously, this is a switch. This is a switch. Third one, write two observations that can be seen when a certain changes in done in the accessory A. Write two observations. That means when you switch on the switch, you can see two observations. What are they? You can see light in this bulb. First observation should be light in the bulb. What is other one? Other one is you can feel heat on the bulb. Observation is any feeling to our sensory organs. Then heating is also a feeling to our sensory organ. Then lighting the bulb and heating the bulb are two observations regarding doing changes in accessory A, which is switch. Fourth one, name two effects of electricity that can be identified by using above observations made in third one. Name two effects of electricity that can be identified using above observations. Yeah. There are four effects of electricity. From that, two out of that can be observed. First one, generating a light. Other effect is generating a heat with the electricity. Generating light and generating heat. Fifth one, name the way of connecting two dry cells in the above circuit. There are two ways of connecting dry cells. This is called as series method. Series means in a line. Then other method is parallel method. Parallel method means there is a cell and other cell parallelly to that. Other one, if there is another one, that should be parallel to that one. Parallel method, and this is series method. There are two types of methods, parallel and series. Write two protective strategies that can be followed then used in electric equipments domestically. Write two protective strategies that should be followed when using electric equipments domestically. When we use electric equipments, you should wear rubber slippers. You should wear rubber slippers. Other one, when you use electric equipments, you should not use with wet hands. Should not contact with water. Next one, let's see next one. Question number 2. Human nervous system can be categorized as follows. Name A, B and C in the chart. Human nervous system. There are two parts of the human nervous system. First one, central nervous system. Second one, peripheral nervous system. Central nervous system again can be divided into two parts, which are brain and the what do you call this line connected with the brain, but that is not a part of that brain, which is called spinal cord. Brain and the spinal cord. Central nervous system contains two main parts, which are brain and the spinal cord. The brain again can be divided into three parts. Cerebellum. Cerebellum is here called Kuda Molaya. Medulla oblongata also called that one. Medulla, which is lower part of the brain, and the most majority spaced part of the brain is cerebrum. C is cerebrum. C should be cerebrum. Then peripheral nervous system. There are two main parts of peripheral nervous system, which are, this is spinal nerves, and other one, they are called, that nerves are come from the brain. They are called as, we can say, cranial nerves. B is cranial nerves. Peripheral nerve system have two parts, which are cranial nerves and spinal nerves. Second one, diagram of a certain nervous system is given above. Name main parts P and Q of it. Here, P and Q. P can be seen as the cerebellum. Kuda Molaya, cerebellum. Q is medulla oblongata or medulla. Medulla is good enough. Medulla. P is cerebellum, Q is medulla. If the arrow is here, which is cerebrum. Okay. Third one, which name is used for the bone that protects the brain? The bone that protects the brain called the scalp. scalp, SCALP, scalp. Fourth one, as soon as an ember was trodden, the leg was taken away. Which part of the central nerve system connects here? Which part of the central nervous system connects here? That connects spinal nerves. Spinal nerves. By the spinal nerves send the signal. There was an ember was trodden to my leg by the spinal nerves. Write the effector connects to the above action mentioned in 4. Write the effector connects to the above action mentioned in 4. Who is the effector? The effector is this part. What do you call? This is spinal cord. Spinal cord is the effector. Skin takes the signal and send from the spinal nerves into the spinal cord. Okay. Sixth one, write one protective measure which should be followed by us for the protection of nerve system. Write one protective measure which used to be followed by us for the protection of nerve system. The easiest one is having a nutrient diet. Having a nutrient diet, balanced diet. Without that, we have to use proper body postures. We have to use proper body postures. And avoiding from accidents. Avoiding from accidents. Also protective measure. Okay. Next one. Third one. A group of students did the activity given below to investigate the factors essential for rusting of iron. Here coconut oil, here boiled water and cleaned iron nails. Two clean iron nails in each one. Only here we can see boiled water. In both of B and C, there is cold water, and in both of A and B contain a coconut oil layer. This coconut oil layer seals the water from air. Then in C, we cannot see any sealing. Then that is open to the air. The setups arranged had been kept for a few days. Write the observations that can be seen in the test tubes A, B and C. A, we cannot see any rusting. In B, we can see a small amount of rusting. A small amount of rusting. C, we can see a large amount of rusting, brownish color. C is the highest rusting. B, normally rusted. A, not rusted. What is the purpose of putting an oil layer to test tubes A and B? I told that by using coconut oil we can seal inside the water from the air. Then air cannot be attained into the water. Coconut oil layer seals the water from air. Out of the observations obtained, it can be concluded that a certain factor is essential for rusting. Name that factor. Out of the observation obtained. What is that? Air, no? This is non-open, sealed. Here open. Open means air can be attended here. Air is very essential for rusting of irons. That factor is air. What is the other factor essential for rusting except the factor mentioned in above? There are two main factors affecting of rusting of iron. First one air, second one is water. Air and water. Air and water are the factors of rusting of iron. Sixth one, write two devices that can be used for the protection of iron from rusting. Write two devices that can be used for the protection of iron from rusting. How can we protect iron from rusting? We can apply oil or grease. Applying oil or grease on metals, or we can apply a coat of paint on the metals. There is a special equipment which is protected from rusting. Galvanized bucket, normal metal bucket, they called as galvanized buckets. By galvanizing, they apply with zinc. They coated zinc. Then also we can protect iron from rusting. Next one, fourth one. The diagram shows the zones of the candle flame. There are three main layers of candle. A is the dark zone, that's black color. A is dark zone, that is black color. B is yellow zone, that is yellowish color. C is transparent zone, that is colorless. There are three main layers of a candle flame. Write the products formed during complete combustion of wax. If there is a complete combustion, that results only water vapors and carbon dioxide. Only water vapors and carbon dioxide with complete combustion. with complete combustion. Third one, write the chemical which can be used to identify each of the above products mentioned in above two respectively. Write the chemicals which can be used to identify each of the above products mentioned in write the chemicals which can be used to identify there are two results now. First one water vapor, second one carbon dioxide. For identifying water vapor, we can apply anhydrous copper sulfate. Copper sulfate without water, which is yellowish color, whitish color, white. Copper sulfate without water, which is white color. With water or with water vapor, that becomes blue color, which is copper sulfate, which is used to identify water. Another one, carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is identified with lime water. If you gargle on lime water becomes milky color. Usually lime water is colorless. That colorless lime water becomes milky color with the carbon dioxide. And if you continue that, again that convert into colorless. Colorless becomes milky and again becomes colorless. That result can be given by the carbon dioxide with the colorless lime water. Then for identifying water, we can use copper sulfate. For identifying carbon dioxide, we can use lime water. Fourth one, write two differences between complete combustion and incomplete combustion. There are two types of combustions, which are complete combustion and incomplete combustion. Complete combustion is the best one than the incomplete combustion. In the complete combustion, we cannot see any color of combustion. That's colorless. But in incomplete combustion, we can see dark color or black color smoke. In the incomplete combustion, there are black color smoke with carbon particles, which can have carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide also. But in complete combustion only have carbon dioxide and water vapors. In chemical combustion, the energy amount is higher. That's totally combustion, then energy amount is higher. But in incomplete combustion, the energy amount is lesser. Energy amount is lesser in incomplete combustion. In complete combustion, that's very eco-friendly. Complete combustion is eco-friendly. Incomplete combustion is not eco-friendly. That release pollutants, air pollutants. They are the two differences between complete combustion and incomplete combustions. Okay, that is the end of that paper discussion. I'll send another paper for you. Okay, then see you students. Goodbye.